To all the teams out there, week in, week out, you brought a terrific product to all the fans, so thank you. And Will, after 4 hard years of grinding it out, you got it done. So, congratulations to you. I got to give a special shout out to Liz because it always takes a partner to get that done. And to Roger and Tim and Bud and all the team heads, it's an honor to be part of this game. So, Will, congratulations. We'll present the Master Cup to Will Power, your 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Champion.
Broadcasting from the ARN Racing Studios in Southern California, ARN, Los Angeles. This is ARN, the American Racing Network. Now,
you're shifting gears with Alan Bailey.
I really enjoy the smell of burnt rubber and race fuel in the morning. Sue me.
Whether it's NASCAR, IndyCar, NHRA drag racing, or AMA Supercross, we've got it.
I'm going to be unapologetic. I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm going to tell it like it is, whether you like it or not. Get over it.
Grab a gear and let's go.
Well, it's time to go already? Really?
You're shifting gears on ARN. Here's Alan Bailey.
The 2014 IndyCar World Series is in the books, and no surprise, Tony Kanaan finally getting the win in the 2014 season that he so deserved in that number 10 car. And oh, by the way, we saw one heck of a championship battle. I told you we would, and we absolutely had that here today in Southern California. A very, very close one. Will Power is your 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Champion. Welcome on in to Shifting Gears post-race. I'm live here at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Lots of stuff to talk about over the course of the next hour or so. Yes, Will Power will be here. Yes, I have a feeling that Helio is going to be coming in at some point. And yeah, we're going to be talking to Tony Kanaan as well. We're going to see if we can get Dixon and Carpenter in here as well. This is a big show. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Of course, we're going to be recapping everything that we saw over the course of the last, well, few hours here in Fontana. Amazing, amazing, amazing race. If you didn't see it, truly, you missed one that was spectacular. We went caution-free for the first 174 laps or so, and it was truly unbelievable. Looking here at my screen here, Will Power taking a selfie with that championship cup on the main stage right now. They just presented it to him. He's going to be coming in at some point in the near future. Right now, I can hear somebody out there for media availability right now. They're going to be ducking on in here in just a few minutes. I'm going to wait and see who it is. Truly a phenomenal race out here in California. If you missed it, it truly was absolutely amazing. You could check out the highlights on IndyCar.com, I'm sure, in just a little bit. But really, we went caution-free. The only caution we had was very early, or was late in the race, I should say. Looking at it here, the only caution that we saw was on lap number 175 of 250 for Ryan Hunter-Reay, spinning off of turn 4. He spun out by himself. He came to rest in the grass on the front stretch. Leaders pit, and the leaders that came out under the caution: Castroneves, Kanaan, Dixon, Montoya, and Power. And after that, it truly was just a dogfight for the top spot. After that, it was truly unbelievable. Looking at your finishing order here on my screen, the finishing order looked like this. You had Tony Kanaan coming home with the victory. You had Scott Dixon, his teammate, coming home second, another 1-2 right there for them, for the Target Chip Ganassi cars. You had Ed Carpenter coming home third, Montoya fourth, who dominated this race, leading a boatload of laps, leading the most laps. James Hinchcliffe coming home fifth, Takumu Sato coming home sixth, seventh, Ryan Briscoe, with Carlos Munoz coming home eighth, ninth, Will Power. He was higher up in the running order, and it looked like he was going to have his championship taken away because of a bad pit call. We'll get into it a little bit later on. And Josef Newgarden coming home 10th, with Marco Andretti 11th, 12th, Charlie Kimball, Justin Wilson 13th, Helio Castroneves coming home 14th, a lap down, unfortunately. Jack Hayworth's coming home 15th, 16th, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Sebastian Saavedra 17th, 18th, Sebastian Bourdais, 19th, Graham Rahal, and 20th, Simon Pagenaud. 21st, Carlos Hetras. He did have a medical issue, a driver illness. We'll get into that a little bit later on. I'll get you an update on him a little bit later on. And yes, we did have another car that did not finish this race, so we'll get into all of that a little bit later on in the program. Lots of stuff to get into over the course of the next hour. Like I said, we're going to talk about it all. What I'm going to go ahead and do now, I know we're very early on in the program, but I'm going to go ahead and take our first break here, get it out of the way, because I want to have time to make sure that we get everybody in that we can into this studio. Like I said, we're going to have your champ, Will Power, that's going to be coming in at some point during the show. Not sure when. He's still out on the stage right now. Looking up on my screen, he's still out on the stage. Tony Kanaan, Scott Dixon, Ed Carpenter, all going to be joining us over the course of the next hour. Hopefully we will hear from the championship runner-up, Helio Castroneves, another bridesmaid. We're going to get into it and really discuss what that means for him, because truly this one, I think, hurts him a lot more than he's willing to admit. Only 10 cars on the lead lap out here at the Auto Club, at the MAVTV 500 at the Auto Club Speedway. We're going to get into it. We're going to break it all down. Looking around the rest of the motorsports world, looking into NASCAR, they had their nationwide race out at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Kevin Harvick dominating that one and picking up the victory. Very dominant win out there. We will touch upon that a little bit, but like I said, we're here. IndyCar just wrapped up their season. Their champion, Will Power, just crowned officially. They're going to celebrate his championship tomorrow here in Los Angeles. If you're in the area, you're going to want to get down to downtown Los Angeles tomorrow evening to be part of those festivities and check out everything that's going on. Celebrating Will Power, our 2014 champ. We'll break it all down. And I'll give you the details on that. And yeah, I can hear somebody out on the PA system right now in the media center. I'm here in the media center at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. The MAVTV 500 just finished up. Will Power is your 2014 IndyCar World Champ. Tony Kanaan picking up the victory in the race itself, but it was anything but easy. Don't go anywhere. You are shifting gears right here on ARN, the Motorsports Authority.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
I'm not sure if you know, but a lot of people are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if I'm speaking a foreign language to you right now, don't worry. A lot of people have trouble with it, but you should not be one of them. If you're looking to get your business online, and if you're looking to build a stronger web presence online in order to build more customers and to sell more product, log on to apolloaesthetics.com. Not only will they help build a brand new custom website for you, but they'll help set you up with Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts in order to build your customer base and get your product out there for people to see. Everyone's online and everyone has a smartphone. Does that free custom website that you can build really work on an iPod or an iPad? Well, Apollo Aesthetics build websites that not only are capable of working, but work with all kinds of smartphones and mobile devices. Log on to apolloaesthetics.com, not only to see all the services that they offer, but to request a quote to get your business online today. It's apolloaesthetics.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Hammond alongside NASCAR driver David Reagan.
When it comes to tire safety, nothing is more important than your tire's air pressure.
Just like a pit stop, checking your air pressure takes just a few moments.
And those few moments will not only keep you and your family safe on the road, it can also help save you money.
Properly inflated tires can improve gas mileage, which will save you money at the pump.
So be tire smart and make sure your tires are properly inflated.
Learn more at betiresmart.org. A message from the Rubber Manufacturers Association.
In today's day and age where every phone has a camera in it, everybody thinks they're a photographer. Whether they're putting stuff online on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, they think they know what they're doing. But when it comes to hiring a professional photographer, you need someone with years of experience and the professional equipment that is necessary in order to capture a professional shot. Not a smartphone with some filter on Instagram. You need a professional with years of experience and photoshopping skills.
There's only one place to go, and that's Self-Destruct Photography. Log on to facebook.com/self-destruct photography in order to check out their portfolio of work, plus get in contact with them to set up a date for your photo shoot. Whether you're looking to get some 8x10s done if you're an actor or professional, or if you're looking to get some family photos done to capture a moment forever, or if you need to get some graduation photos done that didn't turn out so great the first time around, or even if you're getting married, call my man Scott because he'll set you up. That's Self-Destruct Photography. Don't miss your shot with Scott.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
Shifting Gears on ARN is presented by Stash Feed. Get the feed. Log on to stashfeed.com, your daily manly feed. Your Shifting Gears on ARN, the Motorsports Authority. Here's Alan Bailey.
TK, Tony Kanaan, picking up his first victory of the 2014 season. It comes in the season finale here at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California in the MAVTV 500. And oh, by the way, Will Power walking away with his first ever IndyCar World Championship. That means that, yes, unfortunately, Helio Castroneves, another bridesmaid, and he's in the media center right now, actually. He's taking some press. He's talking to the press out here. He's going to be joining us here in a few moments as soon as he's done wrapping up out there with them. And you could just tell. You can hear it in his voice. He's dejected. He's, I don't want to say bummed, but he just lost a championship. And this was I don't want to say it was a great year for him because I don't think it was a great year for him. Him himself, when he was 8th in the standings earlier this season, him himself said it was a really bad year for him. He really didn't like it. And I just heard him wrapping it up out there, so he'll be joining us here in a few moments. But, I mean, really, this was the year that I don't want to say it was a make it or break it year for him because it wasn't. He's a great driver. He still has a lot of great racing ahead of him, I believe. He's with a great team. He's got a great sponsor. The communication in his organization is stellar. Their organization just finished 1-2 in the point standings, and they just had really good cars out here. Now, his teammate, Will Power, who did win the championship, there was a communication error right there at the end on that final pit stop, and instead of adjusting the wing one way, they went the other way on the adjustment, which caused the car to be very loose in the turns, and he was holding onto that car for dear life. You look at Helio's car, really, they had a great car. They were right there in the top 5. They were contending for the championship until they had a penalty on that last pit stop, and that ultimately ended their chances. So ultimately, what are you going to do? And again, Helio, he's going to be walking here into the studio any second now. In fact, I think I just heard the door open, so we'll see if we can get him in there. Hey, how you doing, bud? Well, I mean, tired. All things considered, Helio Castroneves joining us here on ARN. And Helio, looking at that race, truly, it went green for the first 174. Was that physically exhausting for you? How was it?
Well, mentally, you got to understand, especially when you're going over 220 miles an hour, it is very difficult for you to keep the focus, especially when the tires degradation, and then when you have other drivers cutting off the air, not by they wanted, just because the way the car was handling. So it was very tough, and yeah, we pushed as hard as we could. Unfortunately, a mistake that people might be mistaking that I speed on the speed limit, and I did not. It was actually this year they changed the rules. Instead of pitting out of turn 4, it was pitting out of turn 3. And what happened is they said it on the drives meeting, if you cross over that line, it's a drive-through penalty. And that's what happened. I knew we were making extremely excellent times through the pits, and my only chance, especially the last pit stop, I pushed it really hard so that we could do something, and unfortunately pay us. Didn't pay as well, so that's why we ended up getting the drive-through.
Obviously, a hard-fought season for you. You guys had a great car, I thought. That's what it looked like from where we were sitting. How was that car throughout the entire race? Was it stellar right there at the end, like we saw from here?
Yeah, the thing is, because of the type of downforce, and again, when the tires goes away, it was very difficult to pass. So if you put yourself in a clean air, it was awesome. And that's what we did at one point. We were leading. I was in total control, just saving fuel, and man, this is going to be good. And certainly in the end, like I said, when we were lapped down, nothing we could do. But congrats to Will. Did a hell of a job winning the championship for Team Penske. 1, 2, and 4 on the championship. It shows that it was a battle. So it was good.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you guys look at your organization right now. I said it before you walked in here. You guys truly are on top right now. It seems like your cars are there every single week up near the front. It seems like every single week you guys are the team to beat. What is that like for you, knowing that any given weekend you're seriously going to contend for a race win?
Well, the championship is becoming very competitive. If you're talking about comparing to every team out there, I mean, it's very difficult to know who's going to win. And like I said, that's why I finished for 1, 2, and 4. It just shows that it's an absolute outstanding job for the entire team.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, you've been here before. You've run second in the championship. Where does this one rank in all of them, or are they all kind of just something that you want to put behind you, or is it something you learn from?
Well, we got to move on. Second is a great result, but it's not the ultimate result, and that's what keeps me going. I wanna achieve my goals, which is yes, win the championship, and hopefully we can tie the record in Indy 500 with Rick Mears, and that would be cool.
It would be very cool. And we're talking to Helio Castroneves live here at the Auto Club Speedway post-season 2014, looking at just everything that your team did in the latter stages of this season. Is this momentum going to swing into 2015, or is it more or less because of the time off? Is it kind of just clean slate for you guys?
Well, hope so. It should. Like I said, we made a tremendous amount of gain in the last few years, and we always been in contention in the championship. And well, we want to win it again. Maybe a different number. And we're going to do everything we can to make that happen again.
Yeah, well, you really, from where we were sitting, you guys put one hell of a race on. You drove, your butt off right there at the end of the race. Honestly, you put on one hell of a show for the fans, and we've been getting tweets and calls and everything from fans just saying that they wanted you to win all race long. So your fans are still here; they're still standing behind you.
Yeah, no,
that's got to be a great feeling for you.
I want to take this opportunity to thank all the fans over this weekend. Not only the fans, but even people from inside the championship. A lot of people were expressing their feelings that they wish me to win the championship. I appreciate the support, and it means a lot. It definitely meant a lot. And, well, it ain't over. We got to keep pushing.
No, I mean, you still have your youth, so you're still going to be going out there. So you've got plenty of years ahead of you and maybe a championship or two down the road for you.
I have no doubt of that.
Well, congratulations on a good season.
Thank you.
A good race, and we'll see you in 2015.
Yep, I'll see you then.
Good luck. That's Helio Castroneves right there joining us here in the media center. Take it easy, bud. Now, I mean, you look at the race, truly, he had a spectacular car. He did everything right except for that pit stop. And yes, to be clear what he was talking about, a lot of people assumed, oh, he sped entering pit road. Not the case. What actually happened was he did not speed entering pit road. His problem is entering the pits. There was a new rule in 2014. You cannot, once you're on the apron, you have to stay on the apron until you're in pit road. You can't go back out up onto the racetrack. That's what happened. He was on the apron going as fast as he can. He was pushing it, trying to get every second out of that car on the apron, pushed it a little too hard. His car drifted up past that white line, back up onto the racing surface, and then he dove back down after he slowed, caught the car, got back into the pit road. That is what cost him the penalty right there. That's what ensued the penalty on that final pit stop. And green flag pit stops were a huge factor in this race. We only had one caution in the 250 laps of this MAVTV 500. That caution came on lap 175
not exactly halfway, a little past halfway, but it still was kind of the halfway break of the race, or at least it seemed like it was, because the later half of that race is when things got dicey. It's when things got crazy. That restart around lap 180 or so, give or take, that restart really morphed and changed the situation. It kind of turned from Will Power, who started in the back and was slowly but surely working his way through the field. It turned from Will Power being the underdog, being the guy chasing his own championship, to Will Power, the guy who got up there, made it 3 wide on the restart, and not only made it 3 wide with his own teammate, but made it 3 wide for the lead on the bottom and rocketed by everyone on the bottom into the lead. That drastically changed the outlook of this race. It went from Will Power, the underdog, Will Power, the guy chasing his championship, to Will Power, the guy in command of this championship, Will Power, the guy you have to go beat. And I think that mentally did something to the competition. I can tell. You listen to Helio Castroneves right there. You could definitely tell something, I think, kind of clicked right there in him, right around that restart of, hey, I need to go. And I think there he went from the guy who was in command of this championship to the guy who needed to go out there and take chances and needed to go out there and push the envelope a little bit. And Helio, did he make a mistake there with that final pit stop onto green? Absolutely. Was it his fault? Absolutely not. The reason being, he needed to go out there. He needed to go out there and push it and try to get every second he could. And as a driver, he made a little slip up. In 250 laps, 500 miles, he made a single mistake. Ultimately, it cost him a shot at the championship. It was the final nail in the coffin of his 2014 championship. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, does this one hurt the most?" Yes, and not because of what happened in the 2014 season, but I think because it was the most recent. Listen, when you don't win a championship, it hurts. It sucks. Okay? Especially when you have a great year. He had a good year, in his own words, not a great year. At one point, he called it the worst season he's ever had. Those were his words earlier this season when he was 8th in the points, about 10 races in or so, whenever it was. And that shows you his mindset. He really wasn't thinking championship at one point during the year. And then as the championship evolved and as it changed, you could tell in his demeanor he seriously thought himself as a contender. Going into this race weekend, he was extraordinarily relaxed. He was happy. He was energetic. I was talking to him on the grid before he got into his car. He was happy-go-lucky, the same Helio Castroneves that we all know and love. He truly was really there. He was ready to go, and really, during the course of the race, it wore everybody out. You're talking about 500 miles with one caution. That's extraordinarily exhausting, not just mentally on the driver's state of mind, but physically. I mean, you do me a favor. Get out here to the Auto Club Speedway. Get in your car. They have a left turn program where you can drive your car on the racetrack. And do me a favor. Drive your car at 80 miles an hour on this racing surface here in Fontana, California. Then, once you're done doing that, feel your arms. Feel how sore you are and exhausted you are. It's a chore. And I'm not saying that this racetrack's hard to drive, even though it is very difficult. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the G-forces, the physicality of it, the heart rate, everything that goes into driving one of these Indy cars, physically, it drains you of your energy. It just drains you. And at some point, that's something you have to seriously consider of what these drivers go through. I think IndyCar drivers are the best athletes in the world next to hockey players. And that's a whole nother train of thought, but think about everything that their body goes through in the turns in a single lap. Your heart rate is going through the roof because literally your heart is trying to pump blood through your body to keep you conscious. Because when you think about it, you're going into these turns, you're dealing with the G-forces, you're dealing with the centrifugal force, you're dealing with the physical strength of trying to hold that steering wheel up so that you don't crash, you're dealing with the mental aspect, knowing that you're going 225 miles an hour, you're sitting there putting all of your upper body strength and all of your energy physically and mentally in turning this car through the corners. And oh, by the way, you're keeping an eye out for other cars, for debris, for what your car is doing. You're trying to hold on to the car. You're trying to think, where am I in the standings? Where am I on the track? What's going on with my car? What's going on with my pit strategy? Oh, by the way, what's going on with the other drivers? Is this guy pitting? Is that guy pitting? Especially coming off of turn 2, going into turns 3 and 4 up down the backstretch. You're trying to hold on to this thing. Now try doing that for 250 laps with one realistic break. IndyCar kind of elongated that caution a little bit more than I thought that they needed to, because it was just a simple spin. And I'm not saying it's because, well, they wanted to just make sure they got it clean. IndyCar does a great job. The cleaning crew that travels with IndyCar on the circuit do a great job. The safety crews do a great job. I'm saying I think IndyCar tacked on a lap or two just to give these guys a little bit of a mental... Because honestly, I was live tweeting at the Alan Bailey on Twitter throughout the race, and honestly, my hands were hurting. I was tweeting and doing updates every 5 laps or so, and every time we had a serious update, I was getting tired. And I'm the guy who's sitting here in the media center staring at a laptop and staring at a TV screen. I was getting tired. I can't imagine what these guys were doing. I honestly can't. I've never been in one of these Indy cars. I've been in a 2-seater going to 85 in a parking lot, by the way. There's a video. I'll tell you later. That was fun, but honestly, I can't imagine going 220 miles an hour throughout this entire 500-mile lap race. I truly cannot imagine it. What we'll do now is we'll go ahead and we will take another break here. We'll see who can come in afterward. We're going to try to get the champion here. Tony Kanaan, hopefully they can come in. We'll see what we can do here. We're live here at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Don't go anywhere. You're shifting gears right here on ARN, the Motorsports Authority.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
Okay, so let's say that you're trying to build a website for free on one of these website builders. You go ahead and spend hours uploading your personal information and all of the photos that you've taken of your products, only to find out that you can't bring a .com onto that website without paying a huge fee. And you can't remove those ads without paying a huge fee. And you can't remove all of those pesky "this website was built for free" buttons without paying a huge fee. By the time you've paid all these fees, you've paid thousands of dollars in order to remove all of these pesky ads. Why go through all the hassle? Why spend all of those hours doing it yourself? Go ahead and log on to ApolloAesthetics.com, not only to request a quote to build your brand new website and to see a rendering of what your website could look like, but in order to set up services like email, hosting, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram accounts, and a whole lot more. That is Apollo Aesthetics and ApolloAesthetics.com.
Nurse, I need you to apply pressure to the head wound until I can get to it. I'm concerned she's lost too much blood.
Oh, no.
You in the corner, who are you? You're not supposed to be here.
She's my girlfriend, Doctor.
You need to wait out in the waiting room.
Please, Doctor, I want to stay with her.
Look, she's been badly injured. So if you want to do what's best for her, you need to let us do our work.
Please, Doctor, she has to be okay. I didn't mean to do this. I love her.
Wait a second. You were the driver?
Yes, but I didn't mean to. I swear, we went to dinner. I was just buzzed. I only had a few drinks.
Just buzzed? Why didn't you tell us that? In that case, your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great. You want to get out of here?
I can't believe this. Really, Doctor? She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
It doesn't matter what it is, if it's got a motor and at least 2 wheels, we're covering it on ARN. From AMA Supercross and Motocross to IndyCar to NASCAR, NHRA drag racing and off-road action, we've got it all right here on the American Racing Network, your motorsports authority. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at ARN Race, and visit ARNrace.com for your 24/7 motorsports fix. ARN, the Motorsports Authority.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
Shifting Gears on ARN is presented by Stash Feed. Get the feed. Log on to StashFeed.com, your daily manly feed. You're Shifting Gears on ARN, the Motorsports Authority. Here's Alan Bailey.
Welcome on back. You're shifting gears right here on ARN, the Motorsports Authority. I'm Alan Bailey here at the Auto Club Speedway post-race, the MAVTV 500. Now, the guy who was driving that MAVTV car, Simon Pagenaud, joins me now. Welcome on in.
Thanks for having me.
So, obviously, not the race that you really wanted to have. I mean, you're looking at everything. I mean, what happened to the car early on? Because we saw you come into the pits early on.
Yeah, we had a problem with the handling of the car. It's at the moment we still can't really explain what happened. There's certainly something not right with the car. We were really strong on Wednesday night, and I crashed the car, unfortunately, and since then we never recovered from that. So, you know, it's a shame, but congrats to my team. You know, we've fought 3 years in the top 5 for the championship. Finished 5th in 2012, 3rd last year, and 5th this year. So I'm pretty impressed with the crew and the whole team. They've been able to fight against Team Penske all the way to the end of this championship. And Fontana being double point, it cost us big, but that's the way racing is.
Well, I mean, you look at your entire season. I mean, you were keeping up with them all season long. You were right there in the hunt. Obviously, this race with the double points, it dropped you in the points, and it made it seem it kind of misleads when all said and done. So the history books, I don't think, are going to necessarily reflect your season. But what is something that you're going to take away from this season?
Well, I think it's been a fantastic season. I think we've improved massively compared to the last 2 years. We had a lot of pace. We had a little bit of bad luck at some points. But overall, I mean, it's a fantastic result. You know, like you said, we've been so competitive this year. It's nothing to be disappointed about. It's just racing, and sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
No, absolutely not. And, you know, looking at, you know, this season carrying into the off season, obviously we're going to see a different rules package and a number of different changes with the car. But, I mean, is there a number of things you can take from this year, 2014, and that can transfer over to 2015?
Oh yeah, I mean, you're always using the data from the year before, and you keep improving the race car. Obviously, the Aero package is going to be very interesting next year. New engines also. I mean, the engines are going to continue development, so it's going to be quite exciting. And you know, there's a lot going on for next year, so it's going to be an interesting season.
What do you think about your 2015 season? I mean, I know it's very early on,
yes,
and we just wrapped up the season, but I mean, as a racer, are you already thinking about 2015, or are you just gonna kind of just go relax for a few weeks and try to catch your breath?
That's a good point. Well, you know, up to this point, I was really focused on this year and on this last race. Now I'm going to get a week of relaxation, a little bit of vacation with my friends and my girlfriend Haley, and then it will be time to think about 2015 and kick off a very good season next year.
There you go. And you think the momentum of this good season is going to carry into 2015?
I think so. I think it's been tremendous for IndyCar. I think we've put on a fantastic show. Obviously, ratings are going up. So the series is looking really good, and I'm very excited because this is the sport where I feel I belong and where I want to be for many, many years.
Well, let's get back to this race and talk about everything that happened today. Looking at the track itself, very hot at the start of this race as the sun was setting. Heat upwards of 100 degrees out here in Fontana earlier today. But as the heat dropped, the track seemed to get more rubber in it, and it seemed to get more grip. Is that something that you experienced with the car?
Yes, it's a challenge. We had a hill handling car, so whatever happened, those conditions didn't really change anything for us, but it certainly is a big challenge. Those 500-mile race, it makes the car change, the balance of the car change, and you have to adjust it. And it was certainly difficult today, but you know, congrats to Team Penske and Will Power for their championship, long deserving one.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, looking at the race as a whole, we had one caution for 500 miles. As a driver, what's that like for you, just to not be able to kind of catch your breath?
It's obviously 500 miles of high, intense concentration at this speed. You know, we're doing 215, 16 miles an hour average around this track. So yeah. It's fast. It's tiring. But you know, we train a lot. We train mentally. We train physically. And certainly, when you get out of the car, you should be wiped out because that's what you work for. So yeah, it's very demanding for sure.
I think Helio captured it perfectly at Media Day on Thursday. He said there's no such thing as a fat IndyCar driver.
There's no such thing.
And I agree. I mean, no offense to the NASCAR guys, but there's a couple of chubby NASCAR drivers. But IndyCar drivers, I mean, I said it to Helio a couple of weeks ago when he was out here practicing with the LA Galaxy. I mean, you guys honestly look like you could keep up with hockey players or soccer players. You guys are very fit physically.
Well, those cars, you corner up to 5 Gs on an oval, and there's no power steering, and obviously you have to stay in the car for 500 miles sometimes. So, we race in the summer also, which in Texas in June we were up to 100 degrees with 100% humidity. So you have to be fit, otherwise you'll pass out in the car and you won't finish the race or you won't win it. So, that's what you have to do as an athlete. You have to train.
I swear, you guys to me are up there with hockey players as the best athletes in all of sports. I was sitting in here cowarding in the AC because I couldn't take the heat, let alone driving around 500 miles out here in California today.
Well, thanks for the compliment. We're all going to appreciate it for sure.
Well, congratulations on what was a good season, not a good run out here today, but a good season, and good luck in 2015.
Thank you. We'll see you.
So congratulations. We'll see you in 2015. Now, you look at this entire racetrack, I mean, it really was just a very interesting, difficult race because, like I said, right there, 500 miles, and ultimately, it just... one caution, I can't get over that. I mean, me, mentally, I was drained. I can only imagine what he was going through, let alone the other drivers. And to be fair, there was a problem very early on with his car. Simon Pagenaud right there just walked out. He pit on lap number 21, pit very early actually, for 4 tires and adjustments. No real word on what the problem was with that car. Just he was holding on to it. It was evil, using words like this over the radio. I didn't want to talk about it too much because he was kind of, not happy about it. Let me put it that way. Hey, these guys are fit. I'm not, to be putting it bluntly. I don't want to see what happens when these guys get angry near me, okay? I'm just saying. I fear for my safety. Yes, I am a coward. But no, in all honesty, Simon Pagenaud right there, honestly, his car, I don't know what was wrong with it. It seemed like there was a mechanical issue or something, but we'll hear confirmation from the actual teams on that later on. But honestly, it looked like something was amiss underneath the hood of that car. Something was wrong because he lost a couple laps very early on. Lap 21 is when he came into the pits, and really he was off pit sequence. He pit. Really, it was a number of laps. It was about 4 laps before everybody else started to pit. So actually, he pit on lap number 21. Looking at it, everybody pit about 12 laps later, so he was about 12 to 14 laps off of the rest of the field, and because of that, ultimately it led to, I don't want to say his demise, but it led to a very poor finish. He could never get those 2 laps back. The thing went green for the rest of the race, and it more or less trapped him those laps down, but something was wrong with that car, so much so that he decided to pit 12 laps early, and ultimately he never made that back. He ended up losing another lap in the course of the race, and there you go. He actually finished, looking at it now, Simon Pagenaud, number 77, he finished 20th, 7 laps down. Oy, I thought he was only a few laps down, so that was my mistake on that one. But yeah, ultimately, if you pit early, you get so far behind, you truly cannot make it up, and that seems to be the Achilles heel to a number of these cars, and that in and of itself is just not good. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and we'll take another break here. We will see if we can get the champ Will Power in here. We're going to try to get him in here at some point today. Is he out there right now? Actually, no. Let's see who comes in right now. Joining us right now, let's see. Okay, what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and we'll take a break here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll come on back. Tony Kanaan, I see him in the other studio next door, and then we'll see who else we can get in here later today. Do me a favor, don't go anywhere. We're live post-race here at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. It's the MAVTV 500 that is in the books, 500 miles here at the Auto Club Speedway. And oh, by the way, if you haven't heard, Will Power is your 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Champion. Don't go anywhere. You're shifting gears right here on ARN, the Motorsports Authority.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
Newsflash, it's 2014. It's time to get your business online. Log on to apolloaesthetics.com in order to request a quote to not only build your website, but to set up your custom email and to set up your hosting, your social media, and more. They can also help market and brand your products in order to get more customers, in order to sell product and get it flying out the door. Log on to apolloaesthetics.com right now to request a quote to get all of these services done and a whole lot more. That's apolloaesthetics.com.
The odds of having a boy who grows up loving baseball,
1 in 6.
which earns him a college scholarship,
1 in 2,500.
that gets him a contract in the minors,
1 in 3,700.
which leads to starting shortstop in the majors.
1 in 290,000.
The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism,
1 in 150. You know the odds. Now learn the signs. Go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
In today's day and age where every phone has a camera in it, everybody thinks they're a photographer. Whether they're putting stuff online on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, they think they know what they're doing. But when it comes to hiring a professional photographer, you need someone with years of experience and the professional equipment that is necessary in order to capture a professional shot. Not a smartphone with some filter on Instagram. You need a professional with years of experience and photoshopping skills. There's only one place to go, and that's Self-Destruct Photography. Log on to facebook.com/self-destruct photography in order to check out their portfolio of work, plus get in contact with them to set up a date for your photo shoot. Whether you're looking to get some 8x10s done if you're an actor or a professional, or if you're looking to get some family photos done to capture a moment forever, or if you need to get some graduation photos done that didn't turn out so great the first time around, or even if you're getting married, call my man Scott because he'll set you up. That's Self-Destruct Photography. Don't miss your shot with Scott.
What is one NASCAR Unites wristband capable of doing? It can inspire a child to go farther in school. It can construct a brand new playground for kids who've never had one. It can introduce a child with a serious illness to his or her favorite NASCAR driver.
I'm Tony Stewart. I wear my band to Unite for Kids. Band together with me by logging on to www.nascar.com/unites to pledge your support.
It doesn't matter what it is, if it's got a motor and at least 2 wheels, we're covering it on ARN. From AMA Supercross and Motocross to IndyCar to NASCAR, NHRA drag racing and off-road action, we've got it all right here on the American Racing Network, your motorsports authority. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at ARN Race, and visit arnrace.com for your 24/7 motorsports fix. ARN, the Motorsports Authority.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
Shifting Gears on ARN is presented by Apollo Aesthetics. Log on to Apollo Aesthetics to start building your new website today. You're Shifting Gears on ARN, the Motorsports Authority. Here's Alan Bailey.
Will Power, your 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Champion. First time in his career, and honestly, I never, and I mean this truly in a good way, I never thought I would say that. I never, with his luck, honestly, he's lost a championship multiple times. I never thought I would be able to say that. I'm really happy for him. I'm really happy for that organization as well. 1-2 in the points. Awesome. Looking at the finishing order, if you're just joining us, you had Tony Kanaan winning out here at the MAVTV 500 in Fontana, California. He's going to be joining us next here in a few moments. Scott Dixon, his teammate, coming home second with Ed Carpenter third. Juan Pablo Montoya fourth. You had James Hincliffe coming home fifth. Sixth, Takuma Sato with Ryan Briscoe 7th. 8th, we found rookie Carlos Munoz, who is no longer a rookie. Our champ, Will Power, came home 9th. Joseph Newgarden came home 10th. Now, one lap down, we had Marco Andretti 11th. 12th, Charlie Kimball. Justin Wilson 13th. 14th, Helio Castroneves. 15th, we had Jack Hayworth. 16th, Ryan Hunter-Ray. 17th, Sebastian Saavedra. 18th, we had Sebastian Bourdais. 19th, Graham Rahal. 20th, Simon Pagenaud, who just walked out of our studio a little while ago. Carlos Hetra came home 21st, and 22nd, Mikhail Harush, who did not actually start the race. He, like I mentioned earlier, actually I don't think I have mentioned it, but he actually was involved in that practice crash yesterday that tore a huge section into the Turn 4 wall here at the Auto Club Speedway. We do have an update on him, medical update. Basically, he was upgraded to stable condition following a procedure for a chest injury at Loma Linda University Medical Center today. The Verizon IndyCar Series driver will remain hospitalized while he recovers from the procedure. He was admitted to the hospital yesterday following that crash and final practice for the Verizon IndyCar Series race at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Charlie Kimball and the other drivers involved were checked and released in the infield medical center, and they were cleared to race. What we're hearing is he had a surgery actually on his chest. We heard he had broken ribs, a severe concussion. He was awake and alert when he was taken by helicopter to Loma Linda University, which is a hospital that is a few miles east of the Speedway here in Fontana, California. Very, very, very nice hospital, actually. Very good. They're very good there. What they do, they've taken care of him. We will give you an update if it becomes available to us during the show, but this update came early this morning, actually earlier this afternoon from the IndyCar Series. We'll let you know if anything changes. Now, as far as who led the most laps, Juan Pablo Montoya took home that one, leading 85 laps today. Tony Kanaan led 84, very close second on that one. Helio Castroneves led 41. Ryan Hunter-Reay led 26. 17 laps led by James Hinchcliffe. Will Power actually did lead 8 laps. Dixon led 5. Ed Carpenter led 3, and Marco Andretti led 1 under the pit stop exchange out there during the race. Only one caution if you're just joining us on lap number 75. That caution period actually was 12 laps of caution. It happened on lap number 175 as Ryan Hunter-Reay spun coming off of turn number 4, did not hit anything or anyone or leave any debris. He ended up in the grass and he kept going eventually. However, he did stay in the grass for a little bit. He lost a number of laps. Looking at it, Ryan Hunter-Reay coming home 16th, 2 laps down on the field. That was the only one. The only caution. That is still mind-boggling to me. I don't know why I can't get over the fact that there was only one caution in this race, because typically this race, because we started in the day, we end at night, the track is very loose because of the high speeds. You're dealing with a lot of heat and a lot of sand and a lot of oil that's put down eventually from the tire rubber. And when I say oil, these tires, when they heat up, they leave rubber on the racetrack. When that rubber heats up, it becomes very slick and it creates an oil-like slick area on the racing surface. And that seems to be one of the troubled areas. So this racetrack, a lot of factors that would normally contribute in any other race to a high number of cautions or a high number of cars spinning out or loose cars. Really, we saw a number of cars get loose and wiggle, and we saw a couple of really good saves, but really we never saw any of those whoa moments that made your heart skip a beat. We saw a couple, but not dozens like you would expect in a 500-mile race. So this race, typically, it was different. It wasn't the typical 500-mile race. And I'm not saying that was a bad thing or a good thing. It was kind of just different. So we'll get into it over the course of the next hour or so. We're going to see if we can get Tony Kanaan in here. He's finishing up a couple of media availabilities out there, signing a few autographs and things for a number of different things. So he's hovering outside the studio. We'll see if we can get him in here in a second. But if you're just joining us, Helio Castroneves coming home second in the championship. Simon Pagenaud not winning the championship as well. That honor went to Will Power, who came home 9th. Honestly, it looked like he was, I don't want to say going to lose it, but he definitely had an opportunity to lose the championship right there at the end. He ultimately, what had happened is under that last green flag pit stop right there, instead of adjusting the wing going one way and the adjustments that were needed to tighten up the car, they went in the opposite direction, which loosened the car drastically. So it went from a tiny adjustment that would have drastically improved the handling of that car to going the other way, which led the car to be very loose. At one point, he was second in that final run, and he just started dropping back, and he was getting really loose, and he had a couple of incredible saves, and it made you just stop and go, ooh, okay, hang on. And it really was kind of, it made your heart skip a beat. Those were the heart-skipping beat moments. It was very uneasy, and ultimately, it's something that he was able to hold on. He never had any major issues after that. But honestly, it was just very. It really made your heart skip a beat, like I said right there at the end, and very cool that he was able to save it. But honestly, I can't believe I would say this, but Tony Kanaan, I can't believe that he only picked up one win this season, but it truly was an impressive win, and he joins me now. Welcome on in. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm good. I'm better now.
Oh, yeah. Well, talk about a weight lifted off your shoulders. How does it feel to get that win checked off for Team Target?
I mean, it was awesome. Obviously, finally in the last race, we've been knocking on the door the entire year. Good way to finish the season. A very important year for us. I mean, we celebrated 25-year anniversary between Chip Ganassi Racing and Target. So we're like getting podiums, but we haven't had won a race. And winning the last 3 races of the season between me and Scott was great.
Oh, it was phenomenal. And what a way to cap off this season for you guys. Like you said, 25 years to cap it off for you personally, to put that Target car in victory lane. What's that like for you personally?
It's obviously a big accomplishment. I think that's the best way that I can thank Chip and Target for the opportunity. And, I've been fighting so hard to give them a win, and we finally did it.
I mean, you look at you coming into this season, obviously interesting set of circumstances, stepping into the car, to say the least. And what has the season been like for you? A roller coaster of emotion it had to have been.
I mean, we started the year not very good. The whole team was struggling with the setup. We took a direction over the winter that didn't work, and we had to turn the situation around. And for me, it was even more difficult because I was trying to do that and adapt to a new team, getting to know the guys, trying to understand the way that they like to work, the mentality of working, the teamwork, and so it was kind of like playing a catch-up. But I think we clicked in the mid-season, and Scott helped me a lot. Dixon helped me a lot, and Dario helped me a lot, and we got it.
Well, looking at the season as a whole, when you got into this car, it was obviously for you knowing, I'm stepping into a championship contending car, a championship winning car. What was it like for you to step into this car early on in the season?
I put a lot of pressure on myself. I mean, if you look at the people that drove this car, between Zanardi, Dan Weldon, Montoya, and Dario, they had a lot of success. So it's obvious that car is a winning car.
Yeah.
So then the people, they are just expecting for you to win the race and win races and win championships. So, but I used that to my advantage. I didn't use that pressure to let me down. I used the pressure to motivate me and then turn the situation around, and then here we are.
Now, when you got into this car, was it more or less like you stepping in going, okay, winning car, I don't have to do a thing, I don't have to really do anything? Or was it you stepping in going, okay, here's how I did things, guys, here's how I think we should do things? Were you, I'm trying to ask, were you aggressive towards how you think the car should be adjusted?
No, I came in with a different mentality. I came in saying, oh, look, I have a lot of experience, but you guys obviously have won a lot more races than I did. So you show me how you guys wanted it to work, and I'll try that. And if it doesn't work, then we try to meet in the middle. And I think that's what we did. I've learned the mentality of the team. There are things that I think were awesome, and we could use it. And there was some suggestions that I think I could make it that would make a difference. And that's how I think we clicked in the mid-season.
Well, I mean, looking at it, there's obviously growing pains. Whenever you step into a new team, a new race car, there's obviously growing pains, getting used to how they do things, how you do things, and like you said, meeting in the middle. Do you think that you guys did that efficiently, and do you think that you did everything that you could as a driver to help that process go forward?
I think so, but you can always say you could have done things different.
Yeah.
If you look at nowadays, but I think no, we've done everything we could, and in the hindsight, you can sit down tomorrow and say, okay, what could have done different, which we will, and we might change that for next year. But so far, I think if you look at the results, the last 7 races we had 3 wins and 6 podiums. So that's very consistent for a team and in a series that is so competitive like that.
Well, to say the least, we're joined right now by Tony Kanaan, driver of that number 10 Target Chevy for Chip Ganassi Racing. And you look at it, winning obviously in the final race is going to just carry that momentum and carry that high of winning all the way into the postseason and possibly into the first race of 2015. What does this do for you personally?
It's great. You get to celebrate for 7 months, and nobody's going to beat you then. And obviously motivates the team, myself, to look for the next season and work really hard to start the season as strong as we finish, so we can go in and be a championship contender again and hopefully win the Indy 500.
Absolutely. And looking at this race, the MAVTV 500 here at the Auto Club Speedway, we had 1 caution in 500 miles. What was that like for you from the driver's seat?
It was awesome, actually. That tells you the quality of the drivers, the quality of the engine manufacturers, the tire manufacturers, and the racetrack. I mean, a challenging racetrack, and you know, everybody was on their toes and working really hard to try to win this race, and it was very competitive. 15 cars on the lead lap out of 22, and 1 caution, like you said. So a very competitive race.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, you look at the challenges of this racetrack and everything that you go through as a driver mentally and physically. What was the biggest challenge for you in this race?
Well, to keep it, like, to be patient, and just like I decided that I was not going to race until it was 50 laps to go. I was just going to hang in the top 7, top 8, and then go for it. And I think we achieved that. It was a little earlier than that when they put me first with 70 to go, and I said, all right, it's time to go. So I think it was patience.
It definitely paid off for you. And I mean, you look at this race, is this something that is going to rank up there as the big races? It's obviously not as big as the 500, but
I will never forget. It's the first Target win for me and the first win for the 10 car in a long time. So for sure, it will be one of the good ones that will keep it. I will keep it in my top 3 best wins.
Now, you look at the trophy. Is that something that you're going to keep, or are you going to fight Chip over that one?
No, we have to, so I can keep it. And I'm probably going to have to fight with my son for it, but that's all right. That's a good fight.
Maybe you can put it like in his room and you just go in there every once in a while.
He wants all of them, so I guess we will do that.
Well, you just keep winning more. That'll solve the problem.
Exactly.
You run out of room in your room, and your
then
trophy
put it in his room.
Put it in his room. It'll work out great. Well, thank you so much for stopping on by. Congratulations on winning this race and a good season. Good luck in 15.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk to you down the road. Have a good one. Thank you. That's Tony Kanaan right there, driver of that number 10 Target Chevrolet for Chip Ganassi Racing. Amazing win out there for him in the MAVTV 500. Honestly, I think obviously it's not Indy 500 status, but if it were me personally, it's Chip Ganassi. I gotta rank that at least like maybe 1 tick below the Indy 500. That's just me personally. I might be crazy on that one, but I'm not too sure. I don't know. But yeah, he did lead a number of laps. He led 64 laps. So 70 to go, he kind of just cranked up the heat, and you could tell it was go time, because when the caution finally they got out of caution, like I said, they ran 11 laps under caution. So that was kind of the for everyone, and it kind of told everybody, okay, clearly we're probably not going to get another caution here, so I better go on this restart. And he did, and he didn't get the lead right out of that restart, but he put himself in contention for that one. So we'll see what happens. Now, the champ, Will Power, is in the media center. He's doing his media availability. Once he's done with that, he's going to come on in here. So we'll see what happens if we can get him in here. I think we're going to get him in here at one point. Something that I noticed, though, and I have the video, and the video will be posted up on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at The Alan Bailey. Really, you'll be able to see it. Will Power, when he got out of that car, he was exhausted. Physically and mentally, I can only imagine. I can't tell if he was more mentally drained and relieved or physically, because after 500 miles, the body goes through one hell of a workout, to say the least. But after all season, all the drama, all the pressure, all the thought process of, oh gosh, I got to hold on to this car. Gosh, I got to hang on. I'm going to get these points. It was kind of a 180 of what happened a couple of years ago, because he came into this 2 years ago. He came into this championship firmly in command. And it looked as though it was his to lose, and then he spun out in turn 2, got into the wall, wrecked the car, and ultimately it came down to a very close battle because he came in with such a commanding lead. But ultimately Ryan Hunter-Reay 2 years ago won the championship out here by 3 points. And Will Power, to his credit, still went into victory lane in the championship celebration, congratulated Ryan Hunter-Reay, and it was a very excellent sportsmanship moment. Very, very, very nice, but at the same time, exhausting. I cannot imagine what it was like to lose a championship like that. It's not like you had a mechanical failure or you raced your heart out and the guy still won it. You had it in your hands and you spun out. As somebody who has gotten behind the wheel of a couple of off-road cars, as a racer, it kind of gets to you a little bit, knowing that you let that slip through your hands ultimately. So I truly can't imagine what that's like for him, but ultimately we'll see what happens, because I can't imagine what that was like for him. This has got to be a huge weight off of his shoulders to know, yeah, oh, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and win this championship once he actually won it. He did the burnout right there at pit road entrance, and the thing that was so cool is I was down there, I had a microphone with me, but honestly, I wasn't recording. I was going down there as a human being that wanted to experience something truly amazing, and I knew he was coming in after, so I didn't want to interview him, so I let him experience his moment. I didn't want to bug him by shoving a microphone in his face, but I was standing right there as his wife, and I got the video, actually. It'll be posted on my Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at the Alan Bailey. His wife coming up and hugging him and congratulating him. Tears were flowing, let me put it that way, and not just in his family members. Media members were getting choked up too. It was one hell of a powerful moment. His wife went up, thanked him, congratulated him. His family was there, his entire family, his mother, his mother-in-law, everyone was there. They were all crying. Tears were flowing. And honestly, you had to be not human in order to not get choked up. I got choked up. I'll admit that. I was just mentally just drained. I was just, it was just so incredible to see everything that he had gone through in order to get this championship. Will Power, he's the high of highs and the low of lows. When he wins races, he wins races. But when he loses them, he crashes out or he wrecks out. You look at his entire career, it's literally checkers or records for this guy. There is no medium, it seems like. And ultimately he came in to this race in command. It was his to lose. He didn't lose it. He came really close with that pit stop right there at the end, but honestly, I'm going to get a chance to ask him, and I truly can't wait. What we'll do now is we will go ahead and take another break here. When we come back on the other side, Will Power, your 2014 Verizon IndyCar champ. Don't go anywhere. The champ is next, right here on Shifting Gears on ARN, the Motorsports Authority.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
I'm not sure if you know, but a lot of people are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if I'm speaking a foreign language to you right now, don't worry. A lot of people have trouble with it, but you should not be one of them. If you're looking to get your business online, and if you're looking to build a stronger web presence online in order to build more customers and to sell more product, log on to ApolloAesthetics.com. Not only will they help build a brand new custom website for you, but they'll help set you up with Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts in order to build your customer base and get your product out there for people to see. Everyone's online and everyone has a smartphone. Does that free custom website that you can build really work on an iPod or an iPad? Well, Apollo Aesthetics build websites that not only are capable of working, but work with all kinds of smartphones and mobile devices. Log on to ApolloAesthetics.com not only to see all the services that they offer, but to request a quote to get your business online today. It's ApolloAesthetics.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Hammond alongside NASCAR driver David Reagan.
When it comes to tire safety, nothing is more important than your tire's air pressure.
Just like a pit stop, checking your air pressure takes just a few moments.
And those few moments will not only keep you and your family safe on the road, it can also help save you money.
properly inflated tires can improve gas mileage, which will save you money at the pump.
So be tire smart and make sure your tires are properly inflated.
Learn more at betiresmart.org. A message from the Rubber Manufacturers Association.
In today's day and age where every phone has a camera in it, everybody thinks they're a photographer. Whether they're putting stuff online on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, they think they know what they're doing. But when it comes to hiring a professional photographer, you need someone with years of experience and the professional equipment that is necessary in order to capture a professional shot. Not a smartphone with some filter on Instagram. You need a professional with years of experience and photoshopping skills. There's only one place to go, and that's Self-Destruct Photography. Log on to facebook.com/self-destruct photography in order to check out their portfolio of work, plus get in contact with them to set up a date for your photo shoot. Whether you're looking to get some 8x10s done if you're an actor or a professional, or if you're looking to get some family photos done to capture a moment forever, or if you need to get some graduation photos done that didn't turn out so great the first time around, or even if you're getting married, call my man Scott because he'll set you up. That's Self-Destruct Photography. Don't miss your shot with Scott.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
Shifting Gears on ARN is presented by Stash Feed. Get the feed. Log on to stashfeed.com, your daily manly feed. You're Shifting Gears on ARN, the Motorsports Authority. Here's Alan Bailey.
I just won the championship, but first, let me take a selfie. That gem's coming to us on Twitter, at the Alan Bailey. You can send them. We're getting some good ones, actually. There's some pretty funny ones coming through the Twitter stream right now. And yeah, I'm seeing a handful of selfies right now. This one coming from at Jason Bowman. Just a quick selfie with at Willpower, IndyCar champ. No biggie. Yeah, right. Congrats. I'm retweeting that because that's pretty awesome right there, I must say. It truly goes to show you that there are some really great moments that you can experience in time. Honestly, being on pit road when Ryan Hunter-Ray won his championship 2 years ago, that's something that I'm always going to remember for the rest of my life. Top 5 moments, one of the top 5 moments of my life, not just of my broadcasting career life. That goes to my life, because to be in the pit, be on pit road when he won the championship and crossed the start finish line, to be part of his team's celebration, to be in on pit road when he got out of the car, that is something that I'm always going to remember for the rest of my life. But honestly, something that's ranking just as high for me personally, and I guess this is me as a human being instead of me as a reporter or me as a race fan or whatever, what have you, but something that's going to rank top 5 moments for me for the rest of my life is being on pit road when Will Power met his wife, saw his wife for the first time after he won the championship, to see his mother, to see his mother-in-law, to see his entire family, to see his friends, to see his entire family after he got out of that car. I was literally standing behind a couple of reporters taking a video of him stepping out of the car. By the way, he almost tripped and fell, mentally and physically exhausted a little bit. Give the guy a break. He just ran 500 miles and, oh, by the way, won the 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Championship. No big deal. But honestly, that moment was it was revealing to where he was and how mentally exhausting the race was for him, obviously. But to see his reaction when he actually got out of the car was one thing, but to see his reaction when he walked up and he saw his family and he started tearing up, and when his wife and the rest of his family were just in tears, that to me is something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. That truly was a special moment. No, I didn't get it on audio. No, I didn't get it in video. Sometimes, my friends, you shouldn't live life behind a camera phone. You shouldn't look at life through a crappy little camera lens on your iPhone or iPad or whatever, or behind a microphone. Sometimes you need to live in the moment and experience things. And truly, I got a chance to experience Will Power in that moment, and that's something that I'm going to take to my grave, I'm going to tell my grandkids about, because that truly was one hell of a moment, and I truly, truly, truly mean that. If you're just joining us, this actually is kind of breaking news. It's not anything that we didn't feel it here at the racetrack, at least I didn't, but it turns out that there was an earthquake that just hit. It was a 2.2 that hit 2 miles southeast of Loma Linda University. It struck about 7 minutes ago or so. The USGA said they just released this information. We didn't feel it here at the racetrack, but a couple of people might have. I'm in the media center. I didn't feel it here in the racetrack. But I don't know. A couple of people might have. If you're around the racetrack, if you're leaving the racetrack, and you felt it, or if you're in the Southern California area, let me know if you felt that. I didn't feel it. I truly did not. And I'm basically the guy who can sleep through an earthquake, and I have, by the way, but I didn't feel it. So who knows? Looking on Twitter, this one coming from Graham Rahal at Graham Rahal. Longest night of my career. So damn loose. 2014 is behind us. I couldn't be happier. Time to improve on all fronts. The car was really good the first couple of stints, so I don't know what happened, but we tried hard. Learned a ton this year. Yeah, that's what you ultimately have to do. You ultimately have to put 2014 behind you. Obviously, Will Power, he's going to keep riding the high of 2014 well into the offseason and probably into the first few weeks of the 2015 season. He's the champ. That's his job. That if you don't think about what this win means for you and what this means for you well into your offseason and into the first race or so of 2015, then you might have to have your head checked. But Will Power, your winner of the 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Championship, and truly congratulations to him, but we'll see. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is we'll take a quick break. When we get back on the other side of that break, Will Power will be joining us here in studio. The champ is right around the corner. Don't go anywhere. You're shifting gears right here on ARN.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
Okay, so let's say that you're trying to build a website for free on one of these website builders. You go ahead and spend hours uploading your personal information and all of the photos that you've taken of your products, only to find out that you can't bring a .com onto that website without paying a huge fee. And you can't remove those ads without paying a huge fee. And you can't remove all of those pesky "this website was built for free" buttons without paying a huge fee. By the time you've paid all these fees, you've paid thousands of dollars in order to remove all of these pesky ads. Why go through all the hassle? Why spend all of those hours doing it yourself? Go ahead and log on to apolloaesthetics.com, not only to request a quote to build your brand new website and to see a rendering of what your website could look like, but in order to set up services like email, hosting, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram accounts, and a whole lot more. That is Apollo Aesthetics and apolloaesthetics.com.
Nurse, I need you to apply pressure to the head wound until I can get to it. I'm concerned she's lost too much blood.
Oh, no.
You in the corner, who are you? You're not supposed to be here.
She's my girlfriend, Doctor.
You need to wait out in the waiting room.
Please, Doctor, I want to stay with her.
Look, she's been badly injured. So if you want to do what's best for her, you need to let us do our work.
Please, Doctor, she has to be okay. I didn't mean to do this. I love her.
Wait a second. You were the driver?
Yes, but I didn't mean to. I swear, we went to dinner. I was just buzzed. I only had a few drinks.
Just buzzed? Why didn't you tell us that? In that case, your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great. You want to get out of here?
I can't believe this. Really, Doctor? She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
Newsflash, it's 2014. It's time to get your business online. Log on to ApolloAesthetics.com in order to request a quote to not only build your website, but to set up your custom email and to set up your hosting, your social media, and more. They can also help market and brand your products in order to get more customers, in order to sell product and get it flying out the door. Log on to ApolloAesthetics.com right now to request a quote to get all of these services done and a whole lot more. That's ApolloAesthetics.com.
The odds of having a boy who grows up loving baseball,
1 in 6.
which earns him a college scholarship,
1 in 2,500.
that gets him a contract in the minors,
1 in 3,700.
which leads to starting shortstop in the majors.
1 in 290,000.
The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism,
1 in 150. You know the odds. Now learn the signs. Go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
In today's day and age where every phone has a camera in it, everybody thinks they're a photographer. Whether they're putting stuff online on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, they think they know what they're doing. But when it comes to hiring a professional photographer, you need someone with years of experience and the professional equipment that is necessary in order to capture a professional shot. Not a smartphone with some filter on Instagram. You need a professional with years of experience and photoshopping skills. There's only one place to go, and that's Self-Destruct Photography. Log on to facebook.com/self-destruct photography in order to check out their portfolio of work, plus get in contact with them to set up a date for your photo shoot. Whether you're looking to get some 8x10s done if you're an actor or a professional, or if you're looking to get some family photos done to capture a moment forever, or if you need to get some graduation photos done that didn't turn out so great the first time around, or even if you're getting married, call my man Scott because he'll set you up. That's Self-Destruct Photography. Don't miss your shot with Scott.
What is one NASCAR Unites wristband capable of doing? It can inspire a child to go farther in school. It can construct a brand new playground for kids who've never had one. It can introduce a child with a serious illness to his or her favorite NASCAR driver.
I'm Tony Stewart. I wear my band to Unite for Kids. Band together with me by logging on to www.nascar.com/unites to pledge your support.
It doesn't matter what it is, if it's got a motor and at least 2 wheels, we're covering it on ARN. From AMA Supercross and Motocross to IndyCar to NASCAR, NHRA drag racing and off-road action, we've got it all right here on the American Racing Network, your motorsports authority. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at ARN Race, and visit arnrace.com for your 24/7 motorsports fix. ARN, the Motorsports Authority. I'm not sure if you know, but a lot of people are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if I'm speaking a foreign language to you right now, don't worry. A lot of people have trouble with it, but you should not be one of them. If you're looking to get your business online, and if you're looking to build a stronger web presence online in order to build more customers and to sell more product, log on to ApolloAesthetics.com. Not only will they help build a brand new custom website for you, but they'll help set you up with Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts in order to build your customer base and get your product out there for people to see. Everyone's online and everyone has a smartphone. Does that free custom website that you can build really work on an iPod or an iPad? Well, Apollo Aesthetics build websites that not only are capable of working, but work with all kinds of smartphones and mobile devices. Log on to ApolloAesthetics.com not only to see all the services that they offer, but to request a quote to get your business online today. It's ApolloAesthetics.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Hammond alongside NASCAR driver David Reagan.
When it comes to tire safety, nothing is more important than your tire's air pressure.
Just like a pit stop, checking your air pressure takes just a few moments.
And those few moments will not only keep you and your family safe on the road, it can also help save you money.
Properly inflated tires can improve gas mileage, which will save you money at the pump.
So be tire smart and make sure your tires are properly inflated.
Learn more at betiresmart.org. A message from the Rubber Manufacturers Association.
In today's day and age where every phone has a camera in it, everybody thinks they're a photographer. Whether they're putting stuff online on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, they think they know what they're doing. But when it comes to hiring a professional photographer, you need someone with years of experience and the professional equipment that is necessary in order to capture a professional shot. Not a smartphone with some filter on Instagram. You need a professional with years of experience and photoshopping skills. There's only one place to go, and that's Self-Destruct Photography. Log on to facebook.com/self-destruct photography in order to check out their portfolio of work, plus get in contact with them to set up a date for your photo shoot. Whether you're looking to get some 8x10s done if you're an actor or a professional, or if you're looking to get some family photos done to capture a moment forever, or if you need to get some graduation photos done that didn't turn out so great the first time around, or even if you're getting married, call my man Scott because he'll set you up. That's Self-Destruct Photography. Don't miss your shot with Scott.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
ARN live here at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. The MAVTV 500 in the books, as is the 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series. World Champ is here now. Guess what? It's Will Power. Has it hit you yet?
No, the beer has.
How you feeling? I mean, we saw you get out of the car. You almost stumbled there, getting out of the car. But how do you feel?
Man, it's something I worked towards for 15 years, and it just feels like such a weight off my shoulders to get that accomplished. It's just phenomenal. Just don't know what to say. It's something I wanted so badly, and I feel as though I'll be much more relaxed now I've got that.
You have World Championship winner next to your name. You're a world champ.
That's gonna take a while to sink in.
It should sink in because it's official. They can't take this away. The record books are forever going to say Will Power.
That's
World champ.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's just been such a great experience driving for Penske. Truly these guys are first class, and it's just great to be a part of that organization. And Tim Cindric does such a good job of running it, and Roger obviously has he has so much success, and to be a part of that is really satisfying.
Well, I mean, you look at your career. You've gone through the highs of highs and the lows of lows. What does this mean to you to finally check this off and to, I don't want to say validate your career because your career speaks for itself. You've already, I think, done that a while ago, but this seems to just put the cap on, I guess, of your career.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you just think of all the variables in a race and the things that can go wrong. Going into tonight, it's a 500-miler, and to start at the very back and make it all the way to the front. I just kept focused. It's just to accomplish this and have champion beside my name is don't know what to say.
Well, I mean, you look at the race itself. One caution. So physically and mentally, that had to be just draining on you. It's like, I can't even take a break here. This is gonna test me throughout this entire race.
Yeah, mentally that was very tough. Like you just kept getting more and more like, oh man, it's never gonna be a yellow, and finally you get a yellow, and then I really have to make hay on this restart.
You did.
Yeah, and I lead a lap that gains me a position. Yep. I didn't know it was going to happen, but to finally get it is great.
Well, you had us in the media center here literally standing on our feet, which is not an easy thing to do with some of the media members. We were going nuts on that restart when you made it 3 wide, and it was insane. The fans were going nuts. I mean, what was that restart like for you?
That was going for it, and then I thought, I might have a chance to actually win the race, but then we just weren't strong enough over a whole stint. Obviously, Ganassi guys are very strong.
Yeah.
But and I didn't have to win, so I didn't fight that too hard. TK was on it, and he deserved to win, man. Like, he was so close so many times this year.
No, he truly was, and you look at, this race, kind of a point where you had us in the media center going, ooh, he could lose it here if he's not careful, is when that pit stop happened and the miscommunication where they swung the adjustment the other way.
Oh, yeah.
What did that do for you mentally? Obviously, physically, the car was loose. We heard it on the radio, but what did that do for you? Did you start thinking, oh, no, really?
No. It was a very small adjustment, so I was fine. Like, yep. It wasn't a problem. The car was going loose, but he still had quite a bit of adjustment in the car, that didn't faze me. Actually, when I heard that, I was fine because I knew that Helio wasn't leading anyway.
Yeah, he had the pit road penalty for going back up on the racetrack, but I mean, did you start thinking, okay, he's got the penalty, he's a lap down, should I back down and just
as soon as he got
easy?
the penalty, I just backed down.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't care if I lost. Didn't matter how many positions I lost at that point.
No.
So I just slow, just kept focused, and then with 5 to go, I thought, yeah, definitely gonna do it. 3 to go, 2 to go, 1 to go. I'm crying over the line. I can't believe it.
What was it like crossing the start-finish line?
Oh, man. It's just phenomenal. Very great feeling. Great feeling.
What was it like? I was standing not too far away from your family when you saw them. That moment, I got to say, that is one of the top 5 moments I'm going to carry with me for the rest of my life, because that was just... It was a beautiful moment with your family. What was it like to have your family here, your entire family?
Well,
here?
To have my mother here, she's never been to a race, and it's the first race she's ever been to. To have her there, sitting there in Victory Lane, just I'd never thought that would actually be the case. But yeah, to have my whole family, my wife's family, was just great.
Well, so far, I think she might be your new good luck charm. You might need to bring her to this race next year.
Yeah, I was actually worried about that. But yeah, she obviously is.
But, I mean, obviously, to have your entire family here, that's got to be just... I don't even think it's the feather in the cap. That might be the cap on top of this championship for you to have your family here.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people watching in Toowoomba, and my brothers and everyone back in Australia. I just think, man, to win the championship is just such a satisfying feeling.
Well, you've won it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hopefully it sets in soon. Hope you have a good night, a safe night, and you have fun in LA.
I can finally sleep. I haven't slept for a couple of weeks.
I have a strong feeling you're not going to get a whole lot of sleep tonight. I think the guys might have something to say about that.
I tell you, I'm up for it. I'm tired now because I had a couple of beers, but once I have another one, I'll be good.
There you go. Well, I'm going to let you go. You go celebrate with your team. Congratulations on a 2014 championship.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. We'll talk to you down the road. Good luck in 15. That's your champ, Will Power, right here on ARN. What we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go ahead and take our final break. We're going to wrap everything up when we come back. Will Power is your 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series champ. Don't go anywhere. This is Shifting Gears right here on ARN, the Motorsports Authority.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
I'm not sure if you know, but a lot of people are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if I'm speaking a foreign language to you right now, don't worry. A lot of people have trouble with it, but you should not be one of them. If you're looking to get your business online, and if you're looking to build a stronger web presence online in order to build more customers and to sell more product, log on to apolloaesthetics.com. Not only will they help build a brand new custom website for you, but they'll help set you up with Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts in order to build your customer base and get your product out there for people to see. Everyone's online and everyone has a smartphone. Does that free custom website that you can build really work on an iPod or an iPad? Well, Apollo Aesthetics build websites that not only are capable of working, but work with all kinds of smartphones and mobile devices. Log on to ApolloAesthetics.com not only to see all the services that they offer, but to request a quote to get your business online today. It's ApolloAesthetics.com.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
Shifting Gears on ARN is presented by Stash Feed. Get the feed. Log on to StashFeed.com, your daily manly feed. You're Shifting Gears on ARN, the Motorsports Authority. Here's Alan Bailey.
Hey, Alan, are you getting whatever he's drinking? Please tell me you are. This show could get very interesting fast. No, I mean, look, he just won the 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Championship. He's going to have a couple. He's exhausted mentally, physically. I'm talking about willpower right there. We just had him here in our studio. Honestly, he's mentally exhausted. I'm about the 10,000th interview he's had in the last hour. The guy's a little drained mentally and physically. He's okay. He's okay. I actually really enjoyed that interview. Like I said right there, he touched upon it a little bit. Entire family was here. Literally. And I hadn't known that his mother had never been to a race. That's very, very, very cool. Think about it. You take your race car driver, professional race car driver, you've won a lot of races in this series. And, oh, by the way, let's take her to her very first race. And just so happens to be the one where you're going in leading the points, going into the final race. Let's take her to the final race, and potentially I'm either going to go home a champ, and it's going to be a wonderful family memory, or I'm not going to win it, and it's going to be not so great. It was the latter, and honestly, it was a very, very, very cool moment. That's something that I'm going to remember for a while, truly. It's one of those things. We're seeing a lot of congratulations and stuff. Yes, he's from Australia. A lot of people didn't know that, and I saw a couple of tweets come through Twitter. Isn't he British? No, he's not British. He's Australian. Okay, he lives down there. He's from there. He's Australian. Okay, and no, I don't want to hear any Australian tweets or jokes or anything like that. No. Leave him alone. Okay. He's exhausted, mentally, physically exhausted. It's coming up on midnight here locally in Southern California, and yeah, we're going up until midnight. What the heck, right? 2 hours post-race show. Come on, baby. Let's go. I don't care. Let's do it. But this one came across at IndyCar UK. Only 167 days to go. Hashtag IndyCar 2015. Yeah, I mean... It's not completely insane to start thinking about the 2015 season at this point. It's something that we definitely... I talked about it with all the guys that were in here. I talked about it really earlier this week going into it. I talked about it because there was a number of different things going into this race that made you go, yeah, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, this is going to be one that we should remember. A lot of different things going on here. I don't know. I mean, at what point do you hang up 2014 and put it behind you and start thinking about 2015? Honestly, give it a week or two. Honestly, and I'm dead serious. Tomorrow out here in Southern California, tomorrow night at LA Live, actually, in downtown Los Angeles, they're going to have their championship ceremony. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, what I encourage you to do, I'm not sure if there's any tickets left. I'm willing to bet there isn't, but what you can do if you actually feel compelled to, you can attempt to track down a ticket to go to the championship celebration here in Southern California, or if there's no tickets left, which I highly suspect that there isn't, I can't imagine that there would be at this point, what you can instead do is go down to the championship celebrations tomorrow at LA Live. And if you're in town for the race, here's what you do. You go down to the Southern California area. There's a number of tickets, but it's very limited. Doors open at 5 o'clock. The show starts at 7 p.m. local time out here in California. Live entertainment, beverages, catered by Wolfgang Pub. You're going to have a number of different things available to you. It's going to be at Club Nokia tomorrow night out here in Southern California. It's the third time since 2015 when the Verizon IndyCar series started moving things around. It's the third venue out here in SoCal. In 2003, it was the Globe Theater at Universal Studios Hollywood that hosted the event, and it's kind of moved around a little bit since then, but they're going to be at Club Nokia, and really, you guys can come down here. You can check everything out. The 2009 and 2010 celebrations were held at West South Beach. The 2011 champ was recognized during a 2012 kickoff event in Indianapolis. So I think that this is actually very cool, and I really, really, really like the fact that it's the day after this race and the day after the season wraps up the night after, because let's be honest, these guys want to get out of town. They want to get out of Dodge. They want to start thinking, okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. I want to get in a little R&R. I want to go home. I want to relax. A lot of these drivers don't live here in the States. They all want to get home to their home states. Will Power, he's from Australia. I'm willing to bet he wants to go home and get a little R&R in with his family and his friends out there. And yeah, maybe bring the celebration. Maybe. Just maybe. I don't know. Also, this just came across at Tony Kanaan on Twitter. He took one hell of a selfie. It reads team selfie, first place, one team, and it's in his entire crew holding up ones and thumbs up, and somebody actually has a bottle of what I suspect is a very, very, very delicious bottle of alcoholic beverage. Let me put it this way. It's clear, it's glass, it's very, very, very large, and I don't think it's water. No. They're going to celebrate. They're going to enjoy a drink or two. And this is the time that you celebrate. Whether you're Tony Kanaan and you won the race, whether you're Scott Dixon, you came home second, Ed Carpenter coming home third, Juan Pablo Montoya fourth, James Hinchcliffe fifth, Will Power winning the championship, Helio Castroneves not winning the championship again, unfortunately, or Simon Pagenaud not winning the championship, coming home 20th. At this point, you don't have to train. You don't have to be crazy in shape. These guys throughout the entire season are very self-conscious about their weight, about their diet, about their training regimen, and that's something that they constantly think about. The fact that you don't have to deal with any of that for a number of weeks is a huge weight off these guys' shoulder. So they can just basically go home. They don't have to worry. They can down an entire box of Twinkies, which I'm sure maybe one or two of them might. There's no such thing as a fat IndyCar driver, according to Helio Castroneves. He's right. These guys are very athletic. Very athletic. Just saying. That's something that you have to keep in mind. But tonight, fantastic night out here in California. What we'll go ahead and do is we will take our final break here. We'll put a pin on this entire event, tell you what's coming up next week. We are live out here at the Auto Club Speedway. It is a very quiet track as most of the pit haulers are gone. There's a couple of people picking up garbage actually on the front stretch and just picking up any loose debris and walking around and just cleaning the track, making sure everything's great. Ushers are going through the stands, and the media center is very quiet. I'm in the studio here in the media center, and I feel as though I need to be very quiet because I might wake up somebody who might be doing their work or possibly sleeping. I'm not too sure what they're doing, but I have a feeling I should be quiet because it's a quiet media center. It's winding down out here in California, trust me, as it is coming up on midnight. We're 5 minutes until the top of the hour here. We'll take a very short break here, wrap everything up. Don't go anywhere. You are shifting gears right here on ARN, the Motorsports Authority.
This is ARN, the American Racing Network.
I'm not sure if you know, but a lot of people are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if I'm speaking a foreign language to you right now, don't worry. A lot of people have trouble with it, but you should not be one of them. If you're looking to get your business online, and if you're looking to build a stronger web presence online in order to build more customers and to sell more product, log on to apolloaesthetics.com. Not only will they help build a brand new custom website for you, but they'll help set you up with Instagram, Facebook and Twitter accounts in order to build your customer base and get your product out there for people to see. Everyone's online and everyone has a smartphone. Does that free custom website that you can build really work on an iPod or an iPad? Well, Apollo Aesthetics build websites that not only are capable of working, but work with all kinds of smartphones and mobile devices. Log on to ApolloAesthetics.com not only to see all the services that they offer, but to request a quote to get your business online today. It's ApolloAesthetics.com.
Nurse, I need you to apply pressure to the head wound until I can get to it. I'm concerned she's lost too much blood.
Oh, no.
You in the corner, who are you? You're not supposed to be here.
She's my girlfriend, Doctor.
You need to wait out in the waiting room.
Please, Doctor, I want to stay with her.
Look, she's been badly injured. So if you want to do what's best for her, you need to let us do our work.
Please, Doctor, she has to be okay. I didn't mean to do this. I love her.
Wait a second. You were the driver?
Yes, but I didn't mean to. I swear, we went to dinner. I was just buzzed. I only had a few drinks.
Just buzzed? Why didn't you tell us that? In that case, your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great. You want to get out of here?
I can't believe this. Really, Doctor? She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
It doesn't matter what it is, if it's got a motor and at least 2 wheels, we're covering it on ARN. From AMA Supercross and Motocross to IndyCar to NASCAR, NHRA drag racing and off-road action, we've got it all right here on the American Racing Network, your motorsports authority. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at ARN Race and visit arnrace.com for your 24/7 motorsports fix. ARN authority.
Shifting Gears on ARN is presented by Stash Feed. Get the feed. Log on to stashfeed.com, your daily manly feed. Your Shifting Gears on ARN, the Motorsports Authority. Here's Alan Bailey.
One hell of a 2014 Verizon IndyCar season. I'll tell you that much. Exhausting. Penske getting his 13th IndyCar title. Roger Penske, 15 Indy 500 victories, 13 IndyCar champions. Will Power just joined that list, which includes Rick Mears, Al Unser, Danny Sullivan, and Sam Harness Jr. It's not a bad company to be involved with at all. At all. Oy, oy, oy. If I sound exhausted, it's because I am. I got here roughly at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever time it was, and it is midnight out here in California, 3 o'clock on the East Coast. So if you're on the East Coast listening to me right now, truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight because, trust me, I need the company. I think I'm one of 2 media members here still at the media center. It's very much winding down. Will Power came in earlier. I gotta stop, and I have to thank IndyCar for putting on one hell of a 2014 season, just like they always do. Want to thank the Auto Club Speedway for really just opening up their arms to us this weekend. They truly went above and beyond again in order to accommodate not only myself and ARN, but just everybody here at the Speedway. They do a fantastic job for accommodating us. I want to thank Tony Kanaan, our race winner, for coming in, Will Power, our champ, Helio Castroneves, Simon Pagenaud, who all stopped by to check into the program tonight. 2-hour post-race show. Honestly, I'm exhausted. I'm very tired. I've been on my feet since roughly 8 a.m. local time this morning. Got up early to get everything out here, and get ready for this. And I also want to stop and I want to thank, truly, I want to thank Ruben Osuna from Apollo Aesthetics. I don't even think he's in the room. No, he's not in the room, nor is he within eye shot or earshot. Want to thank Ruben Osuna. He helps us out with ARN Race's website from time to time. He's the person that built it. You hear his spots all the time running for Apollo Aesthetics. Honestly, and I'm not just saying this because he did a great job with us, but he stepped up. Normally, I'm the executive producer, and I don't have a I wasn't scheduled to have a producer for this weekend. Our normal producer was out, and he stepped it up big time. He's never produced a radio program, and he did a really great job running for us during the program here, while the guys back home were taking care of us on the technical end. Thanks to them too. Honestly, fantastic race. Truly. I know we're going to give it flack for saying that there was only one caution and it was very spread out, but honestly, we saw some fantastic racing. That restart honestly had us all on the edge of our seats. That final run right there had me on the edge of my seat. I was thinking, oh, Power, oh, yeah, is he going to lose this here in that last stint? But he didn't. He didn't even think that, according to him. And how can I believe him? He's had a couple to drink. Maybe more than a couple. Maybe more than a couple of very hard liquor. I don't know the gentleman, but he's a very thin man, so I have to think it doesn't take a whole lot for him to start feeling it. He's a very thin man, and he was feeling it. Mentally, physically exhausted. You couple that with alcohol, you can see why he might be down. And that's exactly what he was in that interview when he came in here a little earlier. Very tired. Very tired gentleman, and he has a right to be. He just won the 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Championship. He's a little exhausted. He can just be a little drowsy. I'm perfectly okay with him being just a little drowsy, because honestly, I'd be a lot drowsy if I was him. But that's just me. I truly want to thank everybody who contributed to this program tonight. I want to thank you. I said it at the top of the show that we might get into NASCAR, we might get into this, that, and the other, but honestly, let me get into NASCAR real quick. Kevin Harvick won the Nationwide Series race. Dominated it. The end. That's NASCAR, okay? So for everybody that can think, well, I didn't get into this, I didn't get into that, meh. I just did. Got into NASCAR. Talk NASCAR. Didn't talk long. Doesn't matter. We just saw the IndyCar season wrap up. Of course I'm going to talk about that. No, I'm not going to talk a whole lot about anything else. The IndyCar season just wrapped up. Sorry, that's what I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to talk about. So, again, thank you to everybody who works their butts off to put this program onto the air. Truly, thank you for hanging out with me until past midnight now here on in California. Again, Will Power, year 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Champion. Awesome. Awesome. It was well-deserved. Team Penske's 13th IndyCar title. I want to make a quick announcement. No pit pass on Monday. It's Labor Day. We're going to take it off. Pit pass is on Tuesday. Shifting Gears is back on Wednesday. Normal time for both, though, even though it's a special day because of the day off. So enjoy your Labor Day weekend. We can say Labor Day now. So enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Hope you have a good one. For everyone here at the Pit Pass, live from the Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California, have a good one. We'll see you at the track.
Check out ARNrace.com to keep up with the latest news, photos, podcasts, and interviews from the track. You've been shifting gears on ARN, the American Racing Network.
Broadcasting from the ARN Racing Studios in Southern California, ARN, Los Angeles. This is ARN, the American Racing Network.